do a couple of songs this time that'll bring you way back in time, everyone. Here we go.
Okay, so while the committee are getting organised, just have a few little things I want to say about the festival. First of all, a big welcome to everybody here today, and for those of you that have never been at Ballinamore Festival before, a very special welcome to you. We're very, very fortunate that the weather is nice today. It's a nice dry day, and hopefully it continues like that for the week. For any of you that have been here, for most of you that have been here last year, you might remember we were very, very lucky. We were blessed with the weather all week. So hopefully it continues like that. Just one mention with regard to the agricultural show day, which takes place on Tuesday. It's still going ahead. I've been talking to the committee only there 2 hours ago, and they said yes, the show day is definitely going ahead out in Creamer's Field. And for any of you or those of you that are not familiar with that, it's just at the bottom of the town, turn right and go out towards the golf links. So the show day is going ahead. Very important part of the festival, and it's a day that I think that we all enjoy, both young and old, rural and urban. We all enjoy the show day. There's something in it for everybody. So hopefully show day does go ahead, weather permitting. Ballinamore Festival is unique in so many ways, and for those of us that have experienced it over the years, what's most unique about it, I suppose, is that it's a family fun day, a family fun festival that runs throughout the week. And there's so many events that take place all week, and there's something there for young and old, from the Bonnie Baby competition right up to the old age pensioners party. There's something there for everyone throughout the week. And if you don't enjoy Ballinamore Festival, there's only one person to blame, and that's yourself. Because there's something there for everyone. And the unique thing about it, I suppose, that stands out with Ballinamore Festival is not only has it been running since the late 60s when it was initially started as the Emigrants Festival, but what's also important about it is that it's there for, as I said, young and old, and there are so many free events organised for kids and for adults. Almost all events are free. But having said that, we have to thank and acknowledge our sponsors that have given so generously over the years. And this year's festival relies on the success and the funding of last year's festival. And likewise, next year's festival relies very much on the funding, and that you dig deep into your pockets and that you help in whatever way you can financially in order to secure the festival for next year. So, first of all, I'd like to acknowledge all our sponsors, and for those, if you want to look at the brochure there, and incidentally, the Ballinamore brochure, festival brochure, is available for anybody that hasn't got a brochure or is not familiar with what's taking place. You can get a brochure in any of the shops or the bars or pubs here in the town, and also you can go online and you'll be able to get the brochure. So, in the brochure, all of their sponsors have been acknowledged, and for all sponsors, not just our main sponsors, but for every sponsor, a big thank you and a big Bulla Bus from everyone. So, as I said, in the brochure, it's all there. It's there for you to see. There's events taking place throughout the week. We have, but to mention just a few, we have Claudia Buckley here today. We have Johnny Brady closing the festival at the end of the week. We have Rulia Bulia playing during the week. We have, I think on Monday night, we have the return by popular demand of the Wren Boys, which was a phenomenal success last year. It was a great event, and several people have even said to me today they're really looking forward to the Wren Boys on Monday night. And then of course show day is Tuesday, and we have Derek Ryan, and they're just but to mention a few of the main acts and a few of the bands. And there's so many other bands playing throughout the week, and so many events taking place. Some of the events that pop into my brain just at the minute for kids in particular is the Emergency Services Day, which is a massive success every year. 200-300 kids that attend that and really love it. So there's so much going on, and it's an action-packed week. And if the weather isn't suitable, just dress appropriately. Don't let the weather stop you. Get out there. As I said, there's no such thing as bad weather, it's just bad clothing. So at this stage now, I'm going to have to take out the specs, because that's what happens when you get to this age. Because I have to start looking at my notes. So I want to introduce the committee at this stage here. So over the years, we've had so many committees, and the success of the shows has relied on those committees that have done such a good job. And this committee has taken up the baton and has more or less the same committee, I think, as we've had the last 2 or 3 years. Is that right? They're all very serious here. They're afraid of their lives. I'm going to ask them a question or ask them up to do anything. But I promised I'd only ask them one question each. But anyway, we have our committee here. Okay, I'm going to take this mic out of here so I can get a look at our committee. Our chairperson, and what I will ask is just to hold your applause, and we'll just give them a big round of applause at the end. So our chairperson is Catherine McTeague, our secretary is Adele McKeown, the joint treasurer Bridie Gallagher and Aoife Smith, our safety officer and steward coordinator is Pius Flynn, and our PRO is Leanne Malloy, and finally our steward coordinator is Ciara McKeown-Gillini. Big round of applause. Now, apart from that, I think I mentioned a figure last year, something like this, in excess of 250 people behind the scenes involved in Ballinamore Festival, between the Show Society and all the different events that take place. So there's a phenomenal amount of people involved. And you'll see our stewards floating up and down the street here. And there's a lot of a junior committee also, I think, that are involved. So for all of those people, I want to give them an extra round of applause. And as I mentioned with regard to funding, you'll notice there are gates at each end here. Please dig deep, and in particular at any of the nights at different events that's on, please try and give generously, because it's so important that the festival relies on your generosity. And because it's a unique festival, been running for so many years, I think it's important that we try and continue that festival. Okay, have we forgotten anything so far, have we? So somebody said I've forgotten the two most important people. I'm coming to that now, Swear. So so we need somebody to open the festival, and this year we've decided it's not Willie Donnelly. Someone's seen Willie walking out. Willie is just our resident photographer. Thanks very much, Willie. You're not opening the festival this year, but we'll bear you in mind. So we mentioned about community, we mentioned about the amount of work that goes on in any community, and every community, let it be large or small, depends on a core number of people that get involved in it. And these two people, husband and wife, namely Joey and Mary Smith, have been involved so much in the last number of years, in the last 40, 50 years in Ballinamore in every way possible. They work in the community, but most importantly they work for the community. And Joey and Mary, I know them personally for many, many years, and they have given so much to the community, so I think it's actually very fitting that they should have been asked to open the Ballinamore Festival. And incidentally, their daughter Aoife is on the committee, and Aoife had, as I say, round table talks around a square table with the committee, and she said, I'm not getting involved. I don't think my mum and dad should be involved in open the festival, but she was overruled by the rest of the committee, and they told her basically, shut your mouth, your mum and dad are opening the festival. So with that, I'm going to invite Joey and Mary Smith to come up here on stage. So could I have Joey and Mary up on the stage? Now, as they're making their way to the stage, for most people here, I'm sure you would know Joey and Mary. They've been involved, as I said, in the community in so many ways over the years. Mary, just to mention about a few things, Mary's been involved very heavily in the community, in the credit union over the years. She's been involved in set dancing. She's been involved in the Musical Society from its inception right up until this present day. And over the years, I have been involved in the Musical Society. I kind of got into it by default, by our husband asking me, would you be chairperson for a year or two? It's only a small little job and you won't have much to do, and I'll be behind you to help you out. How wrong was I? He put me into the position and I never seen him after that. He left me to it. But Mary, I have to say, was a great mentor for me. If I had any issues or any problems, I could always go to Mary and rely on her. And so Mary, I would say, in some ways, the best way to describe Joey and Mary is yin and yang. Mary's the most organised person you could meet. Joey's the most disorganised person you could meet. Mary's the proactive person. Joey's reactive. So, but they're a great couple. They're involved in so much of the community, and they're always out for a laugh and a bit of crack. Joey, of course, then is involved in so many things over the years. He's been involved in the GAA, and many years ago he was involved in the tennis club. Imagine Joey with a tennis racket now. And of course, he's been involved in so many other committees, and in particular heavily involved the last number of years in the golf club. So they're a couple that have always been involved, and it's followed through in their children as well, with Aoife and Claire and Adrian. All three of them get involved in the community as much as they can. So, as I say, what monkey sees, monkey does. So they're a credit, and I think it's very fitting that both of them should be asked here today to open this Ballinamore Festival. So with that, I'm going to hand you over. I think I'm going to hand you over to Mary first. Nothing tricky, no trick questions, Mary, so you're lucky enough. Okay, Mary.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and all you visitors who have come out to support the Festival Committee for the opening of the 2024 festival here in our lovely town of Ballinamore this afternoon. I am humbled but honoured to have been asked, along with my other half here, to co-launch this year's festival. Almost 50 years ago, in May of 1975, I was told that I was being sent here to Ballinamore to start work just down the street there. To be honest, I had never heard of Ballinamore, even though I only come from the neighbouring county of Sligo, a town called Ballymote. I wasn't long here when I picked up a pamphlet on the town which said that it was a friendly town, and I'm sure that you'll all agree that over the years this has proven to be the case. That same year, I also picked up a brochure for a forthcoming festival, something unheard of in my hometown. During that August, I witnessed superb free open-air entertainment such as the Barder Breffni competition, along with local groups of dancers and singers. From those early years, this festival has grown from strength to strength, and great credit must be given to the founding members and subsequent committees for their foresight, vision, dedication and hard work. Thank you. As a woman, I would like to acknowledge the input of all women who have worked tirelessly in the background of those committees and in all other walks of life. Take a look at your voluntary committee here this year, and with all due respect to Pius, who is surely blessed among women, so to speak, but these ladies deserve great credit. Women are a powerhouse of strength, knowledge and hard work, and great credit is due to the many various groups of ladies, such as our Leitrim ladies team who were victorious in Croke Park last Sunday. Another group that comes to mind is the Ballinamore ladies football team, captained by our neighbour in High Street, Grania Pryor, who brought us all such great joy late last year when they reached the All-Ireland Club Final in Croke Park and created a wonderful atmosphere of excitement and positivity for the town, and they deserve a round of applause. And look who we have playing here at the festival opening, another talented lady, Claudia Buckley. To steal a phrase from our First Lady President, Mary Robinson, who spoke on behalf of Maná na hÉireann, so too am I honoured and privileged to be up here launching this year's festival with himself on behalf of Maná Ballinamore. Thank you all very much. Enjoy the festival, but above all, stay safe.
Thank you very much, Mary. And as you have noticed, Mary had everything written out, everything was done methodically. Now we're going to have joy. But before we do, as some of you know, I've been very privileged to work for Smith Monumentals over the years, and I use the word work very, very loosely. And many years ago, I did work with Joey and his crew. And just a little short, funny story for you is, when we would be heading out on a job in the morning, Mary would be in the office deciding who was going where. And Joey would come out, we were deciding we were going to such a job, putting up a headstone, whatever. And Joey would come out with this big long face to him. I'm not allowed to go today. And I would say, why Joey? She won't let me go. That's why, because she knows that I have too much fun. So I said, what are you going to do for today, Joey? Stay here in the workshop and organise a few, I can't say the word because Father Sean is here looking, a few jobs. I said to Joey, I said, so maybe you're better off organising the few jobs, but I'd far rather be out with these, a bit of crack. So that was Joey with that. And another quick one, very quickly, Joey, was one evening, we came back from doing a job, it was a winter's evening, it was 5:15, we're supposed to finish work at 5 o'clock. And Joey, for some reason, didn't like to let us go before 5, so you had to find something to do. So one of the guys that worked with us was a very, very witty guy. And Joey said, trying to find something to fill in that gap, he said to him, he says, you see the hearse there, he says, maybe you get a sponge and a bucket and give a quick run around it, he says. And your man said back to him, he says, when I'm running around it, do you want me to wash it as well? Okay, I'm going to hand you over to Joey.
Did I hear him say he worked for me? That's the biggest joke of the century. Before I go to my written speech, I want to thank the festival committee sincerely that acted on the advice of Desi McQueenie over from America to check all the rooftops before I came on stage. He didn't want a repeat of what happened to Trump. And I also believe that Desi is going to do a Joe Biden dance, a shuffle. It's a cross between a jive and a slow waltz. And he's going to sing for his good friend Pat Gallagher, Joe Biden's favourite song, Pick Me Up on My Way Down. Anyway, good afternoon everybody. I would also like to welcome you all here today to our friendly festival. I am a proud Ballinamore and Cannabo man, and it is an honour to be asked to take part in the opening of our famous festival. I was born in High Street almost 70 years ago in the house where I still live, The longest I was away from this town was when I was seriously ill back in 2012. And I was in hospital every month at some stage that year, often for weeks on end. But thanks to Mary, my own family, Dr. Sean Burke, his wonderful staff, the famous nuns in Rumshambo, Matthew Clark with his famous cross, and a certain Father Noel Conlon, I'm still here. This town is so lucky to have so much going for it. We have a state-of-the-art GAA grounds, a lovely theatre at the bottom of the town, schools, community hospitals, marinas. The latest addition is the new junction project at the top of the town, and if you haven't seen it, it's well worth a visit. We are proud in Ballinamore to have the only golf course in County Leitrim. And I see the present captain, Porrick Salmon here, a proud Anna Sheila man, and I wish him the best of luck next Saturday week on his Captain's Day. I was chairman when the festival celebrated its 21st back in 1987. And along with my dear friends Niall Hughes and Francis Degnan, who sadly are no longer with us, Brendan Brennan and the late J.J. McPadden, we soldiered together, having morning meetings in Jackie's, the Singing Kettle, which is up the street there, and having a breakfast. And I'd like at this stage to thank Jackie. She used to cut up the sausages into little soldiers for Brendan Brennan and named them after the pubs that he went into. The first, come on now, eat Paddy Dolan. Come on, eat Gair Pryor. Then she came down as far as Freddie. Eat Freddie, come on, eat Freddie. And he nearly choked when he got Freddie in his mouth. So he said, that's the last time I'll chew Freddie, mate. There is a wonderful sense of community spirit here in Ballinamore, which we should all be very proud of. My father, a proud Curler man, always said, a man that forgets where he comes from is not a man at all. We are blessed and lucky that those people who left here for various reasons and made it good never forgot where they came from. I give them credit for supporting their own communities with generous sponsorships, and that means a lot to us homebirds working on various committees here. I know you all want to get back to listening to Claudia here, so without further delay, I take pride with my wife Mary in officially opening the 2024 Ballinamore Family Festival.
Thank you very much, Joey. Very eloquent and very well done, both Mary and Joey. Before you open it, before I get them to officially open it, we have a little presentation, or should I say the festival committee have a little presentation they would like to make to Mary and Joey. So I'm going to ask Adele and Catherine to make a little presentation to Joey and Mary. So we're going to get a little picture. So stand in there, Catherine, please. Just a picture. It's only a picture. You don't have to say anything. So stand in there. So we get Catherine and Adele. We're going to get to you in a minute. So a lovely bouquet of flowers and a lovely framed photograph of Ballinamore with all the different groups that they've been involved in over the years, go back to the late 60s, early 70s. So it's good man, Willie. Okay, you're happy enough. Now we're going to take that from you, Joey, and we're going to ask them to officially open Ballinamore Festival. Two of you together now. So come over here, I get out of the way. So we now, oh yeah, we have to get a photograph, yes, that's important. The committee are trying to rush Willie. They're telling him, come on Willie, let's get back to the music. They want to go and drink pints. Come on with it. Okay. Thanks you very much, Mary and Joey. And the festival is officially open. Get back to the music, enjoy the week, and stay safe. And remember, if you need to know anything, it's in the Ballinamore brochure. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay, Claudia.